That's it. One more. Right, so the difference between single hand and double hand is, of course, we use two hands. And that's also obvious in the application. So usually we start to practice this against a straight kick. So if Steven is kicking, yeah,
One?
yeah, that's it, yes. So sidestepping and scooping the leg, preparing this striking plus the sweep. So it's this action. Stepping in, striking or pushing, and then kicking. Right, other side, side stepping. Just as the single hand, it's suitable to enter with the cross step with the 9 pallets. So if you kick with that side step, in order to step in and sweep immediately. So the side step you can use, of course, 7 stars there, and then come in. That means you need to shift the weight a little bit, or you immediately cross step and then step in. All right. Now we did it on the outside. On the inside, use that same thing, and then he will flip over to the front, to his front. Other leg there, whack and kick. So there are small variations here, but that's mainly the entry. A couple of hints is, as you scoop, I will use the 7 stars as I talk now. So the kick comes, if I catch it too far down, he will be in a good position. Leg is heavy. Also timing is important. If I'm too early or too late, it will be difficult. Yeah? So you want to catch him when he's in this, when he's dedicated to his technique. So first of all, there's a timing aspect in the drill, that I know when to step. That's it. So that's the first thing you can practice on, just to get the sense of timing. Secondly, is the setup for the sweep. So as I said, if I'm too far down, if he has too much weight here, it will be impossible. He will be too strong, but strong stance. So the idea in this is that everything works together. It's like a circle, actually, even in the technique. So as I scoop, I also whack. So I lift, this pushes, and the leg will take the root. So here it's easy, here it's difficult. So next thing you add is, of course, this stuff, the entry. What kind of position he is in. That leg, same thing there. You want to uproot him. All right, and from here, easy to take the foot. It's a little bit of this double impact we covered with the single hand. That means as a scoop, lift, this happens simultaneously. The whack and the sweep is at once. Again, coming in, yeah. Yeah, those are important things to make it work. The sweep should be easy to perform. Otherwise, there's something wrong at this level.
Where on my leg?
Exactly. Good. Next point is where the sweep comes. This kind of sweep can be performed pretty much as a low kick, depending on what range you are at. So I like to perform it like that. In that case, if I have you in an awkward position. The proper way to do it can be like here in this crease, this knee joint. So again, stepping in, whacking. This tends, the sweep now tends to be a little bit directed upwards, taking the leg. But it's because it's already in the void. If I didn't succeed so much, I might have to take it further down, difficult, or trap. It's also possible. So if you don't succeed in your entry, fine, go in and trap. It's still a pretty okay position. So the proper height is anything from the heel up to here. Not on the thigh, that won't work, because then the knee joint will absorb your power.
Then I have time to grab you or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, as you start, don't focus on the striking stuff. Just focus on stepping in, get a good position, get pressure, feel that you synchronize these two, coordination and possibility to deliver the force. All right? As you become more proficient, you try to just enter with a striking, with the impact in focus. So if you time it well, it's very easy to perform it. Yeah. Anything else?
It's good fall practice for
Yeah,
the other person.
indeed. Indeed.
You can do it slowly, so that
Yeah, for sure.
come to the ground.
For sure.
And then
And the way, okay, if we fluff it up a little bit. So from here, of course, if we are on hard surface, he can hold my arm or around my, that's it, there, just to make it a little bit more easier. Again, we try the full thing, slowly, there, and you hold, that's it. All right. So, of course, I will go down with him, but that's also something to be careful about as you go into more realistic training. That's why this is an example of diepoo. Diepoo, to make fall, hit him if he falls, or hit him so that he falls. It's exactly this. So if I stay here a little bit too long, I'm in a bad situation. If I enter like that. So the entry is of course whacking. It is strike and then taking the leg. So it's striking tactics at close range. And I think we covered that before. We never enter into any kind of joint manipulation without disturbing the office first. So even if you train softly, you want to have that, yeah, you can strike. Yeah, here, there. We want, poof, we want something, an indication that you hit and disturb the sensory input. One example is in the single hand, there, where we strike and take away the ice, and then we can do the technique. So that's also something you need to, yeah, attend to. Okay, so outside, inside. It's a little bit more awkward on the outside, but if you step in with good timing, it's no problem.
inside, you mean?
On the inside, thank you. It is definitely more awkward to fall, because you will fall, yeah, you can roll, but most people fall flat on the face.
Yeah,
so if we just do there, so from here, it will be straight on. So I take that foot away and yeah. But in performance, for me, it's exactly the same movement. So it doesn't matter. same stuff. It's a good technique to practice. Your balance, your stance, your timing, your distance, everything will get better. And then of course you can try to, if you spar and do sun show, you can try to set it up. Not that easy, but it happens.
Wait for the kick.
Yeah. And actually what is easy to do, what if you train on it, is this scooping thing. So when kicks come, you actually scoop and you might strike. Maybe you don't succeed in a full technique, but the scooping thing, if you look at Sancho and stand-up clips, it's a very common technique to scoop up and catch the leg for throws. So that's a good, useful entry. Okay. En till. Okej. Okej. Jag lyfter det lite. Okay, so explaining it. Take the other side. So in the 4 directions, pushing hands, double hand sweep lotus leg. I need to take his rear hand, and on the diagonal I want to step across, take his void. So here you should be definitely in the void. What we don't want to do is to pull down on that leg, because then it will be impossible to sweep it. So we are really looking for synchronizing the step and the void, and from there it's very easy to take that leg. Also, what you don't want to do is to push too much to the rear there, because then he can just lift his leg, then there's nothing there to sweep. So it's basically a training, finding the appropriate disruptor of stance and structure. All right. So in here, as he comes, take into the void and then sweep the leg. Other side. It can be done in both directions, but it's definitely easier when he's doing his G, his push, because then I have more time, more space to go into this place. Yeah. Take the other direction. On his ang, it will be a bit shorter. There. It's possible. Again. There. Good. So it's pretty much like that. The difference from the single hand is that we, although we step, when we do the single hand, we use one hand there, and it's on this line. Here, I want to trap him, to trap his body in the void, to be able to take that. And it's also involving both of my hands in this. There. All right. Personally, I actually prefer. Okay, in the push hands exercise, we have the elbow, the wrist. But personally, I prefer when I do it to slide up to the shoulder. Gives me better control. I know he has the elbow there, he can bend it, but still I have control over his body here. There. All right?
With my weight going back, I can't bend my elbow forward.
No, it's in that position. It's not a threat. But of course, you can go over here as well. The point is, the more you grab onto him, the more you help him to stand. So we have this concept of standing on a certain number of legs. So right now I'm standing on 2, but here if I grab and without much disruption of your structure, you're actually standing on 4 legs now. So you have quite a strong stance. But if I let you go, I just push. I don't give him anything to hold on to, or actually I'm holding to connect. So I prefer doing it with open hands there. All right. Yeah, as we said before, also the entry thing here. If my toes are pointing that direction, I will not be able to sweep. So as you enter, you want to coil up to open this hip in order to take the leg. So it's the cross-stepping setup. So there, out into the void, and from there, take the leg. All right. That's double hand sweep lotus leg in the 4 directions. Push hands. Okay. Kick. All right. So that's the way to do it.